Right then, welcome back, and yes, it's time for some more Snowrunner. 3 quick little objectives, jobs, missions, whatever we want to call them today. And the first one is dragging a Hummer out of this lake, river, pond, whatever we're going to call it, and drag it all the way across the map. Now don't worry, we're not gonna sit and watch me drag a Hummer 350 miles across the Pedro Bay map. So we're in the MP500. The game, it's a mod, the game class it as an off-road truck. However, it's probably the best scout vehicle that I've found so far. It'll go through anything, nothing really stops it. Mud, snow, ice, it does not matter. Carries plenty of spares, plenty of fuel. You can lock the diffs, 4-wheel drive. It's got plenty of fuel in it as well. So we dragged the Hummer out, and thought, well, do you know what? I don't want to drag it around if it's knackered and it's got no fuel. So went to repair it, but it doesn't need repairing. So all we had to do was, and it took me a few seconds to work out that there was nothing wrong with it. All we had to do was stick some fuel in it. And like I say, thankfully, the old MP500 carries quite a lot of fuel, and once I'd put my brain in gear and worked out what I was trying to fill up from where, we filled her up, and we started dragging her away. Now, the actual journey across the map was pretty boring, to be honest. There was only one little bit that really got my heart rate going, and that was a bit down a little bit of a snowy slope that was covered in ice, and it was a little bit sketch, that bit there. But yeah, all the way up across a frozen lake, it doesn't look that far, but it's actually quite sticky terrain and loads of deep snow and this deep mud and little bits and bobs of all sorts. So yeah, it wasn't most interesting. This was the sketchy bit. Deep snow, quite a strong camber, rocks and all sorts of stuff on the outside, and water, and it didn't really want to drive in a straight line. It was dragging me down the slope. So we just went nice and steady and didn't really give the Hummer a choice, and we went where we wanted in the MP500 and dragged it along. It was alright. Like I say, that MP500 gets absolutely anywhere. In fact, the next Snowrunner video we go up a mountain, and yeah, well, you'll see how good it is. Well, that's the first one done. We didn't really get a massive amount of cash, we didn't really get a massive amount of experience for it. It was just a little job that was quite easy to tick off. The second one, yes, we are back in Old Smoky, the KRS58 Bandit, and we've got to get 2 loads of wooden planks, and we're going to take them there to this fallen electrical pole. It is an absolutely bog standard Snowrunner, fetch a resource and deliver it somewhere else. Difficult? No, not really. Time consuming? Yes. There's no garage on Pedro Bay, so I've got the P16, I've got the MP500, I've got the International with a crane on the back, and I've got the KRS. So of all of them, I decided to choose the one that doesn't have snow tyres on it. We did get to drive across the bridge that we built, which was a novelty, because normally we build a bridge and never use it again. And then across the river crossing, that's not really a river crossing, it's just like a slightly moist gravel path. But again, this is where the Bandit's really good. The turning circle's a pain in the arse. I don't know if it's the tyres. I might. I haven't yet changed the mud tyres to snow tyres with chains on or anything like that. So just it struggles in the snow. It's absolutely crap. But we got to the factory distribution centre, whatever we're calling it. Stuck 2 loads of wood on, which automatically moved the centre of gravity to about 23,000 feet. And then we had to go back across the river through a snowy swamp and deliver it to the metal pole. Now, I've been across here a few times and I keep forgetting you've got to stay left, because if you go to the right, yeah, you tend to just drive into a big rock and cause yourself all sorts of damage, which on normal mode is not too bad. But I am currently running a hard game from scratch, no money cheats, not cheating and downloading a mod that lets you have money, and it's rather difficult. The amount of fuel that the trucks get through is absolutely stupid, and as you damage them the fuel consumption goes up. So when I reach a point where I'm on a par with the stuff you've seen so far, then we'll chop it across onto the hard mode, and it is hard as well. But yeah, again, dragged it all the way across the map, delivered it to this fallen electrical pole, and almost made a mess of it right at the last minute. I thought that was going to go over, so I just thought I'd leave it with its arse end dangling in the air. We unloaded the wood. Again, we didn't get a massive amount for it. It's the experience more than anything, to keep going up the levels and opening stuff up. But yeah, 2 out of 3 done. And the last one, we're back in the MP500, and we've got to drag this curtain side trailer again 3 parts of the way across the map. So we're going to go all the way around there, down the muddy track, over the river, through the snowy bog, through the woods, and drop it there. Again, if there was a direct route, it would take about 5 minutes, but because you're driving all the way round the back of beyond, it was an absolute pain in the arse. I could have gone through the trees, but when I was finding the watchtowers, I went through the trees and ended up getting stuck and having to do a bit of a recovery and then drive all the way back from Northport, might be map now, yeah, wherever the garage is. It was just horrendous, absolutely horrendous. But yeah, this bit of road, absolute sheet ice. As soon as you get on it, everything just slides, and the trailers handle like skateboards anyway. The standard trailers are absolutely crap. If you are new to the world of Snowrunner, the first thing you want to do is download off-road trailers. It is just a world of difference, because this thing, there's like no suspension in it whatsoever. Solid rubber tyres as well. But again, river crossings were probably the highlight of the jobs that we were doing, and I was quite impressed with the little, I say little, the little MP500 just dragging this rather weighty and ungainly curtain side trailer all the way across wherever it wanted to go. Deep stuff, muddy stuff, snowy stuff, through water, over rocks, didn't really matter. Of all the things, of all the mods that I've installed, that thing, that little Unimog-esque truck, is absolutely the best, by far and away the best. And you can clear the rear deck and you can run it just with a bed on the back and pull a trailer, and it'll drag cargo about no problem. But yeah, through the woods, down a muddy track, and then we just had to drop it off, and that was that done. So 3 little jobs, time consuming more than anything. We got a little bit of cash for it, not loads. I mean, we're not really struggling for cash at the minute, but I'll probably spend it all on upgrades fairly soon. But yeah, that's it. Next one, we're going to climb a mountain, and yeah, that's rather dodgy. But thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, thank you for commenting, and fingers crossed I will see you next time. Take care, stay safe, peace.